Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of OKX Thoughts, brought to you by OKX Cryptocurrencies, live on Coin User Strategy at the best and leading 247 live broadcasting TV for blockchain and cryptocurrency. So, today we are looking at a very interesting topic. As usual, how we do it, we come up every week, Saturday, with amazing topics to discuss around this program. So my name is Lee Ijomo. I'm your anchor for the show. Looking at what is actually happening in the world today, we see what is happening in Europe between Russia and Ukraine. The battle that is really going on there, and it's something that the world is currently observing. So we are going to be looking at how this is affecting the crypto market. So our topic today is impact of Russia-Ukraine war on cryptocurrency. So we want to be able to discuss how has this really affected the cryptocurrency market, or how is it also going to affect this ecosystem now and in the future. So I have with me an amazing guest who's going to be helping us to discuss about this interesting topic in the person of Efosa Ihodano, who is the founder of Hashtag. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us. So, for our audience, do we want to know more about this program or what is really happening in the crypto space, or also want to hook up with OKS, do well to follow them on Twitter and Telegram at OKS Africa to be able to get the latest information. You can as well follow current users for the latest updates in this industry at CNETv1. So we go for a very short break. When we return, we delve into the discussion proper. We'll be right back. So welcome back to the show. It's still okay stuff. So we are talking about the impact of the Russia-Ukraine war on cryptocurrencies. So with our amazing guest, Efosa. Let's look at what are the impact of Russia-Ukraine war. Let's look generally on the economy of these of nations. How has it really affected the economy? Has it really affected it negatively? You could see the price of oil rising and all the rest of it. Can you hear me?
Not really. I can't really hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
I don't know if your mic, I can hear some noise on your mic, on your end, on your mic. Maybe if you can touch your mic a bit, there is some sound and wave that is coming from there.
Okay. So,
Okay,
yes, go ahead.
it's better
Go ahead.
now.
I can hear you now.
So what I was asking is, let's look generally the impact of the Ukraine-Russia war. How has it really impacted the economy of nations? We could see that oil prices are going up. So how, from your own point of view, how has it really affected the world generally?
Yeah, all right. So it's an unfortunate things going on, situation. So it's affecting both negatively and positively. But like the question is about how it's affecting negatively. So definitely, it's affecting in different manner. The economy, the energy prices are going higher due to inflation. If this is sustained, if the occupation is sustained over time, and if the Ukrainians begin to resist the occupation, then that means the situation will be prolonged, and that will cause energy prices to skyrocket as it's already doing. And when that happens, you have inflation going on. People are losing purchasing power, and all kind of side effects, unknown effects that we don't even know about. So basically, it's an unfortunate situation going on in Ukraine, and we're all hoping that it ends very, very quickly.
Okay, we could see, a lot of discussions around this when it comes to cryptocurrency. We could also we see that many donations are going, both charity organizations and some companies are making donations to Ukrainians using cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
We could also see that the cryptocurrency is playing a vital role in this war. So what would you say around that?
Yeah, I'm so happy about that, because before cryptocurrency, anytime there was war, everybody, effectively became refugees. So, but now imagine if your bank was bombed, your bank was shut down, your streets were shut down, everything shut down, you had to flee your country, you're going to the neighboring country. Imagine if you didn't have any money, you didn't have any crypto whatsoever. But now you have wallets, you have the private keys to your wallet. Thank God for Trust Wallet. So imagine you have the private received words, to your wallet, whether you
Hello, can you hear me? I've lost you, Mr. Fossa. Mr. Fossa, can you hear me? It's like we've lost Mr. Fossa. So maybe I'll still wait to see if he joins back. For now, we're looking at impact of Russia-Ukraine war on cryptocurrencies. We could see the way I've been able to really look at with this war is really affecting the economy of nations. We could see that oil prices are going up. Because of this war, we could see what cryptocurrency is also doing when it comes to donations. People are charity organizations, companies are now using cryptocurrencies to send donations, relief materials to people that are in Ukraine. That was a very good one. We will see that cryptocurrency is being used for a good purpose. A lot of discussion has really been around cryptocurrencies when it comes to these. Discussions are saying how can people talk about cryptocurrency mostly from the bad aspect of it, being used for criminal activities and all the rest of them, the drug trafficking and money laundering and the rest of them. You could see that cryptocurrency, this discussion I brought about many debates that, okay, cryptocurrency is very transparent when it comes to transactions of cryptos. I see that it's very, very transparent, more than fiat currencies, because every transaction that are made on the blockchain is transparent and tamper-proof, so you cannot manipulate the transactions and the histories there, the records of the transactions. So we could see that people now are making use of cryptocurrency to make donations to Ukraine. You could imagine if we had not have cryptocurrency, that wouldn't have really been possible and would have been so difficult. Okay, we have Mr. Foster back. I lost you for a while, so we are talking
yeah,
about donations with cryptocurrency to people who are in Ukraine. So you are saying something before we lost you.
yeah, yeah. That's right. So I said it's a wonderful situation because we're seeing one of the promises of crypto being unfolded because people can have control of their money. Apart from donations coming in, just imagine they had crypto already before the war. So even though their banks are shut down, they can't exchange their ruble for dollars. They can flee the country with their money. If your wealth is in crypto, then you are safe because crypto is global, crypto is decentralized. So it's a wonderful demo of what crypto can do. And we're going to see several billionaires, several rich guys correct their not putting their funds in crypto. So we're going to see Bitcoin becoming more of a safe haven, more crisis, currency because it's decentralized. There's no border um, about its usage. So now we're seeing many countries making it legal. Mexico is making Bitcoin legal. Some other countries are going to do the same thing. So we're seeing a nice adoption of cryptocurrency. It's a very wonderful new thing that's going on. So we're going to see more adoption going forward.
Yeah, talking about adoption. We've seen that, I was saying earlier on in the university about it's a very big one that cryptocurrency is really being talked about for the right reason this time around. Most times it's for people to criticize it and talk about it for the wrong reason. So now we're so happy that it's being talked about for the right reasons. So talking about more adoption, we see that this situation between Russia and Ukraine has really created, more visibility and awareness for cryptocurrency. Do you think we're going to be having more institutional adoption of cryptocurrency?
Okay. Are you talking about sanctions? How we're talking about?
What did you say?
Yeah. I didn't quite get that question.
I can't hear you clearly.
Yeah, I said I didn't get the question you asked.
So I was asking, do you see we are looking at what is currently happening between Russia and Ukraine? It has really created awareness, more awareness for cryptocurrency. Do you see more institutional adoption of cryptocurrency in the near future?
Yes. Oh yeah. So basically, it's going to lead to more adoption because now people have to create wallets. People have to receive funds from people. They're going to need money, not just one time, not just two times. They're going to need money continuously. You don't know how long the crisis is going to go. It's going to be around 4. So we're going to see people having cryptos because of the crisis. Over 2.5 million people have left Ukraine, and all those they are unbanked. They are unbanked right now. So they are all going to have crypto wallets for their money, their financial services. So that's going to be just Ukraine is one of the crypto adoption country in the world, just above Nigeria. So this is just going to exacerbate, improve or increase adoption of crypto in Ukraine.
Okay, thank you very much for that. There are discussions, talking about the thing that it has really created, this situation has really created awareness, more awareness for cryptocurrency. And it's also raising some questions, some doubts surrounding. We see recently that there are some sanctions that are placed on Russia by the Western countries. And there are fears that Russia might bypass these sanctions using cryptocurrencies. Do you think this will really affect cryptocurrency negatively?
Yeah, so that's an unfortunate thing that the West is doing to individuals. These are individuals, these are parents, breadwinners of families that need their money for different things. These are people that have created jobs in the West, like the Chelsea founder. He has created lots of jobs of players, a lot of the joy, people happy about football, soccer around the world because somebody invested capital and somebody put capital to work. So kind of around because of his government, you don't want to go after his helicopter, go after his jets, go after his yacht, go after his money. He's criminal. What the West is doing is criminal. So because they've done worse things than this themselves, and because they own the financial asset, nobody went after their own assets. So it's unfortunate, but basically, it's possible to evade sanctions by cryptocurrency. It's possible. They can track all the centralized exchanges in the world, but it's possible because people can just have their own node. You can have your own node, you can have your own miner and do your own stuff. This ad is holding so much money. Where did it come from? Now everybody's going to correct themselves. Do you think now, you see, because when we see this happen to people, that means it can happen to you. So are you going to have your Trust wallet connected to your Binance going forward? I think you need separate addresses that don't transfer any centralized exchange. Anywhere your data has been recorded, your passport, your name, those things, those new addresses should not be connected to any centralized exchanges because one day you might just need it. So cryptocurrency blocking has brought freedom to the people. And people need to be smart. People need to learn from what's going on. and protect themselves. So if the sanctions were legal, the sanctions were reciprocal, or this is what I'm looking for, were proportionate, right? Okay, we're going after maybe the defense minister, we're going after maybe the advice of the military, something that has to do with putting inner caucus, people actually commanding the soldiers to launch missiles to hospitals, to children's homes, right? If those people were being sanctioned, they understand, yeah, this is good sanction. But who has seen bad sanction, who has seen blanket sanction, just because somebody happens to have some money, right? Of course, if you are rich in your country, you're your provider, your president is going to be happy with you. Your president, you're going to find yourself taking a picture of the president or a governor. It doesn't mean that you agree with everything. It doesn't mean you even have freedom to even talk about it. This is a dictator that is going to be that's going to be president for life. That means he's effectively a monarch. So the fact that I happen to have a picture with him, or I happen to talk to him, the first thing that I agree with what it doesn't mean that I voted for him, even. You understand? So basically, if it was good sanctions, then we know it's good sanctions. But everybody has to be prepared for people trying to weaponize the financial system. You know, so this is what Bitcoin is, what blockchain is. Power to the people, freedom to people. If you are smart with the freedom, then you secure your own freedom. But if all your addresses are always linked to centralized exchanges, then they're going to track your money and they're going to block it. They're going to exchanges to block. That's why we need more decentralization in this world. You understand? Of course, from the Bible, we see that there's going to be a time where they have absolute control. The West and many people are going to be under that. You know, Russia and China is going to be separate from that. But until that happens, they'll be smart to protect ourselves from corrupt, government, from excessive power, breach of power. Smart about it. So, but definitely, if Russia are going to be using cryptocurrency to pay sanctions, they can do it very, 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 very smartly. Yeah, I mean that's what blockchain is for, pretty much. So we thank God people have that option, because if there's somebody would have suffered in cold, somebody would have been frozen to death somewhere, a child will starve to death somewhere, so it's just a good demonstration of what crypto and blockchain can do for everybody.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. For our audience, you know how we do it on the show. If you have questions, please do well to drop them on the comment section. Very soon we'll be getting to the segment where we'll be able to take questions from the audience. So if you have questions, please drop them, because this is a very interesting topic and we are having an interactive program. So right about now, we'll go for a very short break. When we return, we'll continue with the conversation. We'll be right back. brought to you by OKX Cryptocurrency live on Coin News Extra TV. So we are talking about impact of Russia and Ukraine war on cryptocurrency. So we've been able to have a smooth conversation, very interesting one. We've been able to look at the impact of the war on crypto, on the economy of the world generally. I'll be able to look at some of the ways that cryptocurrency playing a vital role in the form of cryptocurrency being used to make donations to people who are in Ukraine. This is a very good one for cryptocurrency, and also we'll be able to look at some of the sanctions. There are the discussions that Russia are going to be bypass sanctions that have been placed on it by the West with cryptocurrency. But we've been able to look at that as well. So right about now, let's look at, we have our guest here in the person of Enforcer in Hadaru. So we have been making discussions, helping us to talk about this topic, very interesting topic it is. So looking at this, I would like to point out some of these, most especially the sanctions placed by Russia, placed on Russia by the West, and the possibility of Russia bypassing those sanctions with cryptocurrency, and some of the impact it's going to have on cryptocurrency. So I think that is a good one to see that our people now have power to do whatever they want to do. They are not going to, cryptocurrency gives individuals, anyone, that freedom to control your financials with cryptocurrency. And you see, when you're talking about that, the possibility of Russia bypassing that as those sanctions, we see that even though if you want to look at that, there are possibilities around it, but you can see that the volumes, there have been questions around that. We see some stakeholders in the crypto space making it clear that even though they want to use it, see the GDP of Russia is trillions of dollars. And you can see that even the crypto market is still very young. And also, if you look at Monero, which is a privacy coin that may make it possible for them to do transactions secretly, that Monero doesn't have up to that. Monero market caps are around $3 billion. While you see that the GDP of Russia is over 3 trillion, over trillions of dollars, and you see they don't have the liquidity to do that. And also, when we're talking about them using cryptocurrency to bypass in general, you see that cryptocurrencies the transactions are very transparent. So if they can't, I don't think it will be an easy one for them. The traditional way remains an easy one for them because they are going to be every transactions that happens on the blockchain is going to be traced. Even if you look at that, there are two ways this is going to affect cryptocurrencies. The first one is that it could, even if they want to use it to bypass the sanction, it's going to affect the price of cryptocurrency, possibly because there's going to be much demand for crypto, which will make the price skyrocketing. Secondly, it will affect it negatively in the sense that there may be stricter policies and regulations around cryptocurrency by most especially United States. But talking about that, we see that the presidential order is friendlier now. So we are still observing the situations on that. We're talking about that. It will not be easy for Russia to be able to bypass those sanctions using cryptocurrencies. So let's also look at while we wait for our guest. It's like it's gone out. Maybe it's having some issues with its connectivity. If we look at some of the ways, if we look at, talking about the regulations around cryptocurrency when it comes to bypassing those sanctions based on Russia with cryptocurrencies. If you look at some of the regulations, there are not been clear regulations and policies around cryptocurrencies in the world. So a lot of nations are still making researches and also working on some regulatory policies around cryptocurrencies. We see that most nations are friendlier with blockchain. That's the irony of it. Many of them easily adopting blockchain technology, leaving cryptocurrency behind, and also drafting some policy. We also, if you look at that, you see around it, people are also, nations are working around the CBDC, that's the central bank digital currencies, or that's a government-backed cryptocurrency, if I may say it that way. So we could see in Africa over here, Nigeria have taken Nigeria took the bold step last year, becoming the first nation in Africa to come up with a central bank digital currency. So it's a very good one. We see that they are looking towards making their own development around cryptocurrency. And all this brings about regulation, brings about more adoption and awareness for blockchain and cryptocurrency. So we are going to be seeing still, if Western nations see that Russia could bypass sanctions placed on her with cryptocurrency, I believe we're going to see stricter regulations around cryptocurrencies. What I don't think is that they are going to be outright banned. I don't think they are going to be outright banned on crypto by nations, because I believe cryptocurrency have really gone past that stage of outright ban, because even if you go ahead with outright ban, I still going to affect your adoption, because if you see what the United States is looking at when it comes to cryptocurrency, they want this a new era, crypto blockchain. They want to take the lead. So if you go ahead, if America goes ahead to sanction to place some regulate being stricter or banning cryptocurrencies, it's going to really affect them directly, because they are not going to be able to experiment or be on top of the game when it comes to cryptocurrency. So we have our guests back. Welcome back, Mr. Fossa. So I was trying to clear the parts of when it comes to Ukraine war, Russia using cryptocurrency to bypass sanctions based on its
Yeah, sorry about
on her
connection
by
issues.
Western nations. So yeah, I know. So let's move ahead. I want to get some of the ways we are making impacts in the blockchain space. I can see your portfolio. So what are some of the roadmap and visions you have in the ecosystem? Did you hear me, Mr. Fossa? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Welcome back to the show. We had some technical issues over there. Sorry for that. We're back now. Can you hear me, Mr. Foster? Hello. Can you hear me?
Sorry for the disconnection. Yes, yes.
Okay. Also, I was asking you how you're making contributions in the blockchain ecosystem.
Okay, yeah. So the impact I'm making in the blockchain space, basically we are very active in the blockchain space. But yeah, I can't really hear you now. It's kind of static.
Can you hear me? Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we're talking about our impact in the blockchain space.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. So please go ahead. Well, how are you making impact in the blockchain space?
All right. Yeah, very active in developing applications, starting with our cross blockchain, which is Africa's first blockchain using non-turing complete programming language, very, very secure smart contract, very, very secure network. And then we are launched Africa's first NFT marketplace, HashGrid, and we have been innovating in that sector, expanding the use cases and interpretation of what NFTs are. And HashGrid is making strides. We are HashGrid is super DApp, Africa's super decentralized application, because you can develop things there with Web3 technology. So you can prove ownership of your documents, of the files. Creators can certify their arts, their files, their video content on HashGrid, so that you just prove ownership quietly. When you have an inspiration video or a script, a movie script at 3 a.m. in the night, you can just put that into a file and certify it on HashGrid, and HashGrid puts the timestamp and a unique signature hash on the blockchain. So with your HashGrid account, that proves that you're the one that owns that content IP. All right, so that's what we are doing. And also, app NFTs are in there. Real estate NFTs, like I said. Just imagine if you're in Ukraine and your property is destroyed. Maybe you only had house, and then your house was among those in the area that was destroyed. So would that mean that is the end of your assets? But imagine if you're on HashGrid from Ukraine and you have actual real estate ownership of several properties from the US, from Africa, from Australia, from everywhere. You own pieces of all these real estates. That means that ownership is still you're still in the real estate. All right. Now imagine if you add next NFTs, which is a way to own equity in early stage companies. That means you still ownership. So ownership is very, very important. That's what makes men not to sleep at night. When forces beyond our control take what they have built over the years, take away their power to do anything. So all that have been solved on HashGrid. HashGrid is about ownership, it's about fractionalizing ownership, decentralization of ownership, and making sure that somebody out there in the desert, in the wild, if you can have access to the internet, some crypto, you can own something. All right. So that's what we're doing with HashGrid, and of course we have DeFi inside it, and crypto-powered loans, and that liquidity is going to come on the DeFi section in the fees. So we are doing our own part in doing all that, making sure that people can sell on HashGrid marketplace called HashDeal. So things using Web3 technology. So that's what we're doing in our own little way.
That's very nice to know making contribution, because we know that blockchain and crypto holds a bright future. So we'll be moving to that a very interesting audience. So we are looking at we have this from uh, let me look at this question from Shark Tech. He said, what what that is happening in Ukraine seems to be very common in Africa, especially Nigeria. Why haven't nations intervened as they are doing to Ukraine? That's a controversial question. So we have another one. Joe Chukwu, do you think sanctions can affect the market?
So, are you asking about regulations in crypto or price of Bitcoin? You get that big noise.
I can't hear you clearly. What did you say?
Yes, your question is it about regulation of crypto?
Yeah, oh yes, I asked the question. So we're asking now, do you think sanctions can affect the market?
Okay, yeah. Talking about regulations in crypto, increase people will try to step in, of course, money freedom that we have, and yeah, so more countries we begin to take crypto seriously, and of course they're going to try to. I mean, we need regulation pretty much because a lot of atrocities have happened in the crypto space. All right, so bad things are going on. When you're able to contribute to crypto projects,
Hello, Mr. Fosa, your mic is not clear. I barely hear you. Your mic is not clear. Your mic is not clear. I barely hear you. So I don't know if you can work on that. So while we wait for that, we'll be looking at some other questions from our audience. So we see we have other one from Shark Tech. If Russia adopts crypto freely, will this help in crypto price increment? And if yes, will this NATO or USA? Will this make NATO or USA ban crypto since it's helping Russia? So interesting questions coming in here. So in case you have questions, please do well to drop them on the comment sections. I believe our guest is trying to fix his mic. So he's trying to fix his mic. We have Russia will be affected with the bill signed by US presidents. Very interesting questions coming in from our audience. I hope our guest fixes his mic to be able to do the justice to these interesting questions. Otherwise, we wait for him to be able to fix his mic. We'll be able to I guess I should be also be looking at some of these questions and see if there are ones that can make contributions to. Let me start. Do you think sanctions can affect the crypto market? This is a question asked by Joe Chupi. Yes, if there, it depends on the sanction. If there are outright sanctions, outright sanction, since the West has really placed a sanction on Russia, so it now depends on Russia direction. If they are moving towards cryptocurrency, it could really affect the price of cryptocurrency, making it to go high. If by the time they move towards the cryptocurrency direction, and they come, there are more interest from the West to be able to sanction or to place a ban on crypto. That's when they affect it. Mr. Fosa, can you hear me now? Is the mic better now? So you can, could you be able to look at some of these questions by our audience? Can you hear me, Mr. Fosa?
okay, yeah. So yes, I can hear you. Wait, how are you? Can you hear me?
Hello? Please go ahead. The question, do you think sanctions can affect the market? I guess an audience is asking. Hello,
Well,
Mr. Fosa, can you hear me?
expect that to increase. You're going to expect that to increase just because people are going to have more access, people are going to have more desire to be in crypto. So we're going to see more in crypto going forward from several countries around the world. And it's actually very, very important actually very, very useful for us because we're able to innovate. Like we had a meeting with the Minister of Digital Economy in Nigeria some days ago, and he agreed to do what is called developmental regulation. So they agreed to let us innovate, and then as long as we keep the government informed of what we're doing, what we're solving, and we do things neatly and smartly protecting people, then they would catch up with us in regulation, and then we are well protected. But good parties are well protected. So that was a very, very good gesture from the minister, the honorable minister, and that's a good example of how countries should go about regulating crypto because they're not the experts, so we need them to be the experts and then let the experts tell them what problems they're trying to solve and then be on the same page with the experts. Like you said, the minister said, there's some things that the government and we startups do, and there's some things that the startups can do, the government can do. So that partnership is very, very important and it can be helpful for everybody in space. So I just hope that the case governments around to work with the tech community, crypto community, to ensure that we are actually solving problems and that we are taking care of our users.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really done. Got these questions here. We have some other questions here, but time is spent. I don't think we'll be able to take them. So those of you that have questions, please do well to go to OK's Twitter and Telegram handle at OK's Africa. Our guest, you can also reach out directly to him if you have further questions to ask. He'll be able to provide his social media details. So maybe you can give us, Mr. Foster, your social media details so that audience that have questions can reach out directly to
you. Okay. I didn't really get that question. I started. Yes, I'm starting there.
So, okay, no problem. We'll make it available. If you have questions, I can't hear you clearly. If you have questions, we'll be making available his social media handle. Thank you very much, Mr. Fosa Ihadoro, founder, Hashgrid and Green Cross. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it. Okay, thank you, our audience. People that joining us today on the show. It's OKX Stores brought to you by OKX Cryptocurrency Exchange live on Prime User Strategy CNETv. So you can do well to follow OKX on Twitter and Telegram at OKX Africa to get everything about OKX, and also if you have questions about the show or anything, do well to reach out to them. Also follow Prime User Strategy on our social media CNETv1. To be able to get the latest happening in the industry when it comes to blockchain, crypto, and the ecosystem. It has really been so amazing on this show today, in part of Russia and war on cryptocurrency. A lot of discussions around this. You know how we do it? This show comes your way every Saturday, 8 p.m. West African time, live here on Coinbase TV. I remain your anchor for the show, Bill Chobon. I'll see you next Friday.